the prayer? I'll put it on you. I'll put it on.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to read it. Almighty God, we ask you to invoke your blessing upon this council. Direct and prosper our deliberations to the advancement and true welfare of the people of Broken Hill, of the council area, our state and Australia. Amen.
Is that supposed to be after the introduction?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. And Councillor Brown for the Acknowledgement of Country.
We acknowledge the traditional owners of the land upon which we meet today, the land of the Wilyakali people, and pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging.
Thank you. Councillor Hickey.
Acknowledgement of Broken Hill mining history. We take time to reflect, remember and honour the over 800 miners that lost their lives and those that were crippled or maimed on the line of load. We thank the brave miners and their wives who were part of the 1919-1920 strike that lasted over 500 days and delivered a 35-hour working week. Mining is our past and our future.
Thank you. I was supposed to do that after the opening, but nevertheless, apologise for that. The opening of the meeting. I wish to welcome everyone to the October meeting of the Policy and General Committee. Standing committees are held as part of the council meeting process in order for committees to consider reports prepared by council officers and to make recommendations regarding these reports to the monthly council meeting. Council's delegates on the Policy and General Committee are Mayor Kennedy, Deputy Mayor Hickey, Councillor Allgate, Councillor Boland, Councillor Brown, Councillor Jewett. Statement of ethical obligations. All councillors undertook an oath of affirmation at the beginning of their term of office and declared to undertake the duties of the office of councillor in the best interests of the people of Broken Hill local government area and the city of Broken Hill, and that they will faithfully and impartially carry out the functions, powers, authorities and discretions vested in them under the Local Government Act 1993 or any other act to the best of their ability and judgment. Live streaming and recording of meetings. This committee is being live streamed via YouTube and recorded and published online via Council's website. To those present in the meeting today, by attending this public meeting, you are consenting to your image, voice and comments being recorded and published. The chairperson and or general manager have the authority to pause the live stream if comments or debate are considered defamatory or otherwise inappropriate for publishing. Participants are advised that they may be subject to legal action if they engage in unlawful behaviour or commentary. Item 2, apologies. We have an apology for Councillor Jewett and Councillor Jewett. We have a mover. Move Councillor Kennedy, seconded Councillor Brown. All those in favour? Carried. Item 3, leave of absence applications. Councillor Boland has submitted a leave of absence application and provided the reason on annual leave. Can we have a mover to acceptance? Councillor Hickey. Seconder. Councillor Brown. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item 4, 5 and 6 we have done. Item 7, minutes for confirmation. The minutes of the Policy and General Committee meeting held Wednesday, August the 24th, be confirmed by somebody move. Councillor Hickey. Seconded. Councillor Brown. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Disclosures of interest. Are there any disclosures for interest? There are no disclosures for interest. Reports. Number 9. Item 1, the Broken Hill City Council report number 235/22 dated October the 6th, 2022. Correspondence report, mobile communications upgrade required for the Broken Hill Racecourse and the Regional Events Centre. The recommendation being that the Broken Hill City Council report.
I'll move the recommendation.
Move Councillor Mayor Kennedy. Second. Councillor Hickey. Speakers.
Look, it's a good outcome that there is going to be an upgrade, but what's being discussed is the events in between. So we still, as a council, have to make sure that with St. Pat's, some of the events in the outlying areas are still not going to be up to scratch. So we still need to make sure we stay on top of that.
You'll notice there's no timeline put on that.
That's one of the concerns from St. Pat's and the people out at the racecourse, because there is no time, and you don't want to be getting to St. Pat's again in March and there to be no coverage out there. So we probably, as a council, and still need to look at that portable tower that we're talking about.
Okay, further speakers against, further speakers for.
So just a question arising from what the mayor said, is it suggesting that we write again to the minister asking for a better idea of, how long this is going to take, or we write to Telstra and see when they're
Councillor
planning
Mayor
to do it?
Kennedy.
I mean, I don't know. It's just a question.
Happy to add that. Can you put your microphone on for us oldies?
Sorry, the general manager let know just some of the correspondence we got from St. Pat's and the concerns from, I'm not sure if all councillors got that. If you could just give a brief summary. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. Yeah, that's correct. So we have had those concerns from St. Pat's committee in regards to obviously this new tower not being. It won't be ready. It's a proposal that's been that will be put in by Telstra for the construction of a new tower. So that won't be ready for St. Pat's. They have expressed their concerns and are looking for support in regards to an alternate facility. Against cell on wheels would probably be the most appropriate for that time. I have requested an update from Telstra in regards to the timing of that proposal to be submitted to council, and then further to that, obviously, a development application process and the time for construction. So we will get a timeline there. Just in regards to your previous comment, it might be worthwhile for council's consideration, if you are considering on moving a motion tonight, that it's to request support from the New South Wales government and Telstra to fund a temporary cell on wheels for major events between now and when that new cell tower is constructed. As council put in considerable funding last time along with the New South Wales government, but it is really something that should be resolved in the interim.
Because I think that cost, Mr. General Manager, was that $50,000 the last time?
Yes, that's correct. And that was, so there's a subsidy.
Portable cell?
Yeah, portable cell was in that realm. There was a subsidy that Telstra provided, and then the New South Wales Government Foundation, Broken Hill, and council came up with the other sum of money. So it was all a community approach, but I think there needs to be another motion for other major events.
Mayor Kennedy, would you be prepared to add that to the?
Most definitely. I think Councillor Brown was just asking a question or making comment.
Well, just making a comment that, we'd be getting, close-ish to the caretaking period for the state government, since the election's coming up in March. I'm not sure when that would be, probably I don't, maybe the sooner the better that we get correspondence off to the current government. It's too long to wait. It's not worth, I suppose, given the urgency of this approaching the shadow government, the opposition, because it'll be too late. Maybe it might be a good time to give a bit of an election, pre-election gift, maybe. I don't know. It's because it's not a huge amount of money, for the government. So yes, I'd certainly endorse that we should do that right away.
So we include that in the motion, and fine. So we have a vote on that. All those in favour? Carried unanimous. Item 2, Broken Hill City Council Report number 236/22, dated October the 6th, 2022. Investment report for September 2022. As I said to Simon earlier, September would have been a nightmare for investors. It wouldn't matter how capable or that they were. But as far as I'm concerned, I suggested that we've got to look at it on the longer term. Councillor Kennedy, Mayor Kennedy, sorry.
I'll move the
recommendation. Mayor Kennedy.
And just ask the question through the chair to the general manager or
Seconder.
chief financial officer. Get
Councillor
those
Hickey.
names. What is the view? I know the report says a number of things. What is council's view? And we were talking as interest rates go up, we probably should be putting more of our investment into just interest rate bearing accounts, because there is no guarantee what's going to happen. Could I just have a few comments, just what the thoughts are around that?
Do you mean term deposits?
No, just in general about what the view is for council's prospects for, there is going to be a lot of not necessarily stable news financially for a while, and just what council views is the medium and short term outcome.
Yep. Thanks, Mr. Chair. Yeah, that's correct. So council is investing more into term deposits again now. Obviously, previously with incredibly low interest or record low interest rates, we're moving them out as much as possible, but that they are moving back into term deposits now. We are getting around that 4.5%. In some instances on those term deposits, and also just assist obviously with the liquidity requirements of council at the moment. During this period of time, we're not looking at large long-term investments. Just a point to note, the managed funds that we do have with Treasury Corporation for the medium and long term, their policy at the moment is as well moving away from high risk markets, which is obviously international markets, and moving those back into more stable investments as well, which includes your term deposits and your bills, bank bills. So it is all moving in that direction to be a little bit more stable, which obviously conversely brings down our investment return, but makes it safer for council in the long term as we move through this next stage of our unstable economic crisis. Thanks, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. General Manager. Further comment? Further speakers, for or against? All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item 3, Broken Hill City Council Report number 237/22, dated September the 30th, 2022. Nomination for the appointment of community representative to Section 355 Community Committee. You move that? Moved, Councillor Hickey. Seconded. Councillor Brown. Speak to it.
Just
No. All those in favour?
Just-
Oh, sorry.
just a
Councillor
question. Just a
Brown.
question. How many nominations have we had for this committee? We got a councillor rep on that? This one? on the land? Is that
Councillor
Gallagher?
Councillor Gallagher is the chair.
Yes. So do we have enough to make the committee viable yet? I mean, that's always it's always been the problem with this committee, or it's been the problem
We
for the
did
last
have,
few years.
Yes, yep. So we've got 5
Okay.
community reps and now we've got 6. So the committee's viable.
So all those in favour?
Yep.
Carried unanimously. Item 4. Broken Hill City Council Report number 238/22, dated September the 23rd, 2022. Section 355, annual and financial reports for 2021-2022 year. Move the recommendation, Councillor Kennedy, Mayor Kennedy, I'll keep. Seconded. Speakers for, against?
Just briefly to say how much work these committees put in. I think they need to be acknowledged that the finances of most of the committees go really well. One of the things that the committees really like to do is to have a lot of input into how they can spend that. So that's one that we'll work on over a period of time, I'd suggest.
Thank you. Further,
Could I,
Councillor Brown?
a comment? This the report states that the Arboretum Committee a report hasn't been presented. I'm sure I sent that. I know I sent that because quite a long time ago, and it didn't. I suspect it's some sort of email problem because I know I had difficulty sending it. I think I sent it. Anyway, I'll get onto that, but it has been done, and I certainly did attempt to send that one. So it's somewhere. So I'll resend.
Maybe you could chase it up, Councillor Brown.
I'll chase it up. Yeah, but I just want it to be
Okay.
noted that it has been done. It just
Yeah.
is.
Just that it hasn't.
Yes, I'm not sure. I know I had trouble sending it, so it obviously didn't arrive.
All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item 5, Broken Hill City Council Report number 239/22, dated September the 23rd, 2022. Minutes of the Broken Hill Heritage Committee meeting held on the 30th of August, 2022. We have a mover.
Yeah.
Move Councillor Brown. Seconder. Seconder. Speak to that, Councillor Brown.
No, I mean, I was at the meeting, but I think the minutes, are
Okay.
a very good record of what happened.
What happened?
Yeah, it's probably possibly worth mentioning that in line with a decision that the last committee made, we've sort of formed 2 subcommittees to look at the different aspects of heritage. I mean, one is concerned really with as an events committee with the Heritage Festival and that sort of thing, and the other one is more the strategic aspects of sort of long-term heritage planning, really, so that they'll be meeting for the first time. Really, at the time of the last council, there wasn't really time for those committees to get going. So I just mentioned that as being a development in the way this committee's approaching these heritage issues.
Okay.
Particularly the longer term ones, the issue of what happens with the mining sites, once the current mines in town, vacate the premises, so to speak, and just dealing with what the EPA will require in terms of, bringing the environment back to what it was before they started mining, which is what, the current process that's required. And so obviously that's going to need to be quite different for this mining site. So it's going to be quite a long-term,
Yeah. Okay.
complex issue, given the lead problems as well that have to be managed. So I just mentioned that as being an interesting kind of process that we're just about to embark on.
Okay. Further comment?
Just a quick one, and Councillor Brown will probably be able to, just the 140 year next year.
Yes, the Broken Hill's 140th kind of birthday, really. That's going to be something that we need to celebrate, I think, every 10 years. So yes, that's something we've discussed and sort of working on some plans for that.
Okay. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. The next item is confidential matters, and there are no confidential matters. So it's the close of the meeting at 5:50. Yeah, sorry,